Instagram, go live. Facebook is not giving me the option to go live. Quit playing games with my heart, with my heart, with my heart, with my heart. Quit playing games with my heart. Let's see.
Is that O Town or Backstreet?
Probably Backstreet. We got action with Facebook. Facebook going hot. Instagram. What up, though? Welcome, I am love. I am love too. I feel you. Welcome, Facebook. Check the fiery, warm vibes on this cool, wintry afternoon. Let's settle in to a warm book, some delicious water, and a hot cup of tea. Welcome to the Floating Yogi's Book Club. Do 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 do. All right, last but not least, we got one more getting started. No Facebook. Facebook should be up now. Boom. Let's go live. Peace and love, kings, queens, and gods. I'm going to give y'all a minute to come on in. I'm going to give you another minute to invite a friend. Matter of fact, invite about 10, because it's Floating Yogi's Book Club and we about to go in. I'm going to grab this phone. I'm about to do just that. Hey, if you want to be part of the Zoom room, if you want to be part of the conversation, part of the Discord, I highly encourage you to sign up on the UE website, uedc.com, and all the free offerings are available to you. You can check out the G's Sunrise class Mondays at 7. You can check out the Floating Yogi's Book Club. You can check out Midday Mind Right. And then you have access to the on-demand content. So if you want to work on your meditation practice or connect with a group of people or individuals who are actually interested in, deepening their meditation practice or having a conversation about it, being around other people who are interested in those same or similar topics, that in itself creates a great platform or a great community for us to continue to grow, continue to move forward. All right, I'm done inviting people. I invited about 10,000. I didn't get that far, but I got as much as I could. There we go. Some of the people who help me be me, help me do what I do. We got my dude Payover. He's part of the crew, a dimension where people are our greatest resource. And matter of fact, I'll let him drop some bars, drop some gems.
Make sure that you check UE.DC on IG for the daily meditation check-in. Join the growth gang. Real simple thing. Just make sure that you're staying on top of your practice, whatever that may be. Moving, meditating, staying healthy, mentally, physically, emotionally, and spiritually. People are our greatest resource, so join the crew.
Come on, man. That was smooth. I'm trying to tell you. Cool. Okay. That's some good info. If I can find out how to turn down the video bitrate, that would be great. Anyway, someone else who helps me be me, helps me do what I do. We got boom, Lifeform. They part of the crew too. Their mats are fantastic, slip resistant, and I use them to practice on. That's where I get all the on mat lessons, where I can test run some of these thoughts and processes, and then you can come here to these places and have Discord with other people. Try to put these beliefs, these thoughts to the test. See how they stand up, and see other ways that we can fortify the things that actually do support us. What else is there? We got MyFitDC. MyFitDC, great offerings as well. Another nonprofit. Tons of community services in the wellness field. You can check out some of my squad that be out there. Tierra be out there. Yogi TV, yeah. She be rocking with it. What else is there? We got my guy Brent LV for all your digital asset needs, your SEO, your website. He gonna be able to get you together and get you visible, because a lot of times that's the issue, that visibility. What else is there? We also got Born to Fly Fitness, where fitness is fashion and mental health is wealth. You can rent out the spaces if you're a trainer. I got some stuff coming up with them as well. We've been doing work in the past, impactful things with the community, with men's groups, and creating space for men, black men in the community, and awesome children. So check out what they got. It's a whole bunch happening. And that's all I'm gonna do. That's all the plugs I got for today. I'm done. I'm done with the plugs until another one pops in my head. But until then, we're going to get into this book. We at the end of it, literally on the tail end of it, the last page 118, The Initiation of the Dead, Embracing the Angel of Death.
What?
Juicy. Yeah. So we got like...
We could finish today.
Yeah, we gonna finish today.
We gonna push it? That's still a few. That's okay. Come on, let's go. We already at 6:20.
Dang, you pushing it. You have 6-pack abs. Facts. Something like that. Maybe. I'm not sure. Might be 8 now. But we working on it. Let's see. The Initiation of the Dead. Embracing the Angel of Death. The final way to attain personal freedom is to prepare ourselves for the initiation of the dead, to take death itself as our teacher. What the angel of death can teach us is how to truly be alive. We become aware that we can die at any moment. We just have to be present to be alive. The truth is that we don't know if we're going to die tomorrow. Who knows? We have the idea that we have many years in the future, but do we? I also think that visibility, that relationship with your mortality, really does spark a fire under you. A little bit of that tapas, that, ooh, I gotta get up and do something. Because for myself, if I was living forever, I'd be a little bit more lax, but I would have a different plan. It's not that I would be lax and I wouldn't be doing and exerting the same or similar energy, but I would have a more elongated plan, because I know I'm going to be here and outlive things and other people and see cycles and be able to utilize the perspective of living through those cycles and how people react in situations and how organizations and governments and communities build and fall. You can sit there and leverage that with money. Anyway, that was going a little deep. What's up?
See, for me, it's a balance between investing for today, investing for tomorrow, and then investing for the long term. The book said we have this idea that we have many years in the future, but do we? For me, I'm definitely building for many years in the future, because if it's not going to be for me, it's going to be for my kids. So whether I'm here or not, the work that I'm putting in, I'm hoping will last longer, as long as possible. Period. On top of that, if I last many years into the future, then I want to make sure I'm using those years to achieve the highest potential possible, which takes projects of many years to do. Like, if I knew I was going to die in a week, I wouldn't even think about launching any more merchandise for the Payoga universe or anything like that. But knowing that I'm going to have the time, it allows me to plan the projects that I want monetarily to yield the largest result over the most amount of time. So it's not just that I think I have many years in the future, it's a balance between working for today, working for tomorrow, and then working for the long term.
And that little bit of mortality is, for me, is just like, you better get this now, because that long term ain't too guaranteed. But it is finding a nice little balance. See, ID just done kicked me off. Let's see. Ooh, big eye. Ooh, turn back. There we go. Alright.
It didn't kick you off on my end, I don't think.
It cut the camera for a second. It is what it is. If we go to the hospital and the doctor tells us that we had, hey, what up, Hassan? Yeah. You can join. Oh, for those on IG, on Facebook, if you want to join the Zoom room, hit up uedc.com and sign up. Get the link.
I already dropped the link everywhere.
Payoga on it. People are our greatest resource. Look at that. Moving forward, if you're going to go to the hospital and the doctor tells us that we have 1 week to live, what are we going to do? As I've said before, we have two choices. One is to suffer because we're going to die, and to tell everyone, poor me, I'm going to die, and really create a huge drama. The other choice is to use every moment to be happy, to do what we really enjoy doing. If we have 1 week to live, let's enjoy life. Let's be alive. We could say, I'm going to be myself. No longer am I going to run my life trying to please other people. No longer am I going to be afraid of what they think about me. What do I care what others think? Am I going to die 1 week? I'm going to be myself. The angel of death can teach us to live every day as if the last day of our lives, as if there may be no tomorrow. We can begin each day by saying, I am awake. I see the sun. I'm going to give my gratitude to the sun and to everything and everyone because I'm still alive. One more day to be myself. That is the way I see life. That is what the angel of death taught me. To be completely open, to know that there is nothing to be afraid of. And of course, I treat the people I love with love because this may be the last day that I can tell you how much I love you. I don't know if I'm going to see you again, so I don't want to fight with you. What if I had a big fight with you and I told you all those emotional poisons that I have against you and you die tomorrow? Oops. Oh my God. The judge would set in so bad. And I'd feel guilty for everything that I told you. Now that's facts. I would even feel guilty for not telling you how much I love you. See, there they go with that cutting the video. Why do you need to deny that I love you? It is not important if you ask if you love me back. I may die tomorrow or you may die tomorrow. What makes me happy now is to let you know how much I love you. You can live your life this way. By doing so, you prepare yourself for the initiation of death. That is what is going to happen in the initiation of death is that the old dream that you have in your mind is going to die forever. Yes, you are going to have memories of the parasite, of the judge, of the victim, and of what you used to believe, but the parasite will be dead. That is what's going to die in the initiation of the death, the parasite. It's not going to go easy for the initiation of the death because the judge and the victim will fight with everything they have. They don't want to die. And we feel we are the ones who are going to die, and we are afraid of this death. Dun dun dun. You start seeing yourself as the judge and the victim, always casting judgments and always playing victim. Or I was talking about that with someone earlier. When we live in the dream, and I like the fact the initiation, the death is actually the death of the parasite. I like that perspective. I thought it was supposed to be like a cliffhanger or like a little twist when I read it the first time. I was like, I thought it was like, we're gonna die. No. We're identifying with the parasite, and that's gonna die, so we fear the death of that. I was like, oh, snap. That's a whole nother identity shift thing that I didn't even think about, yo. But I guess I was the only one who thought that was cool. And that's cool. Because we got some other fun stuff with the identities that's linked into the chakras and into the koshas that we're going to bring up. After the book, in the in-between time. Because we got another book we're going to rap about. Alright, let's see. When you live in the dream of the planet, it is as if we are dead. Whoever survives the initiation of the dead receives the most wonderful gift, the resurrection. To receive the resurrection is to arise from the dead, to be alive, to be ourselves again. The resurrection is to be like a child, to be wild and free, but with a difference. The difference is what we have freedom with wisdom instead of innocence. The difference is that we have freedom with wisdom instead of innocence. We are able to break our domestication, become free again, and heal our mind. We surrender to the angel of death, knowing that the parasite will die and that we will still be alive with a healthy mind and perfect reason. Then we are free to use our own mind and run our own life. That is what, in the Toltec way, the angel of death teaches us. The angel of death comes to us and says, you see, everything that exists here is mine. It's not yours. Your home, your spouse, your children, your car, your career, your money, everything is mine. And I can take it away when I want to. But for now, you can use it. If we surrender to the angel of death, we will be happy forever and ever. Why? Because the angel of death takes the past away in order to make it possible for life to continue. For every moment that is the past, the angel of death keeps taking the part that is dead, and we keep living in the present. The parasite wants us to carry the past with us, and it makes it heavy to be alive. When we try to live in the past, how can we enjoy the present? When we dream of the future, why must we carry the burden of the past? When we are going to live in the present, what is the angel of death teaches us to do? That is what the angel of death teaches us to do. Ooh.
You can't carry it all with you. Sometimes you gotta let things go to make room for new things to grow. So, I mean, sometimes it's just ourselves that's in the way. We gotta let something go to give ourselves the room to accept the new thing. Sometimes it's
Surrender to win.
say what?
Surrender to win. You have to let some things go short term, or you have to lose a battle or change direction if something isn't working right. Every time you change direction, it can be seen as quitting. You're quitting that plan. You're quitting that old resolve to formulate a new one. And growth requires you to leave the old behind. I mean, look at the amount of animals that shed their skin. There's what's the quote. If you don't look back on your former self and think you were a dumbass, then you might still be one.
If you struggle to
And I don't care how far you have to look back. At least kids, at least in your childhood, you got to think at some point you didn't know half of what you thought you knew.
yeah, facts. Ooh. The one that hit for me was the parasite wants us to carry the past with us, and it makes it so heavy to be alive. I was like, dang, yeah. And it's not even like physical things. It's really just in the moment things that throw me off from whatever it is I'm trying to do. It'll be like just a random stuff that comes, a sensation. Oh, my knees doing this thing, or another image that pops in my head. Oh, you supposed to be here. Oh, did you leave this here? And I see it where I left it, and where it was supposed to be, and where I should have put it. And then I'm thinking about, oh, what's the next word? All those things, all those feelings that come up, and the thoughts, the judgment, and the victim. Oh yeah, see, if you would just put that up, you wouldn't have been thinking about it. Now look at it, you still fumbling over these words. You should have hydrated. See, all them things be happening, but it is what it is.
Look in the morning, like when we wake up, how quickly we rebuild who we are in our mind. That's like for me, waking up and meditating first thing stops me from doing that.
Yeah.
I go straight into the positive, like reinforcements to myself and stop rebuilding what was yesterday because it's just horrible for me to carry that with me every day. Like, I trained myself into doing it somehow. So it's like
There's positive and negative though. Like you can carry the positive of yesterday.
I support that, and I love that.
And that's where I'm at.
I think I carry whatever is going to help me grow today. I carry whatever I need to get to there. And I don't care if it's negative or positive. Really, in a way, I'm sort of like, I take what I can get.
Useful. I feel that, yeah. Yeah, I'm rocking with it. Yeah, we'll get to this. We cruising. All right, the new dream, heaven on earth. I want you to forget everything you have learned in your whole life. This is the beginning of a new understanding, a new dream. The dream you are living is your creation. It is your perception of reality that you can change at any time. You have the power to create hell, and you have the power to create heaven. Why not dream a different dream? Why not use your mind, your imagination, and your emotions to dream heaven? Hello, he's speaking some facts here. Just use your imagination, and a tremendous thing will happen. Imagine that you have the ability to see the world with different eyes. Whenever you choose, each time you open your eyes, you see the world around you in a different way. Now close your eyes and open them and look outside. What you will see is love coming out from the trees, love coming out from the sky, love coming out from the light. You will perceive love from everything around you. This is a state of bliss. You perceive love directly from everything, including yourself and other humans. Even when humans are sad or angry, behind these feelings, you can see that they're also sending love. Using your imagination. I'll read a little more before I drop something. Using your imagination and your new eyes of perception, I want you to see yourself living a new life, a new dream. A life where you don't need to justify your existence and you're free to be who you really are. Imagine that you have the permission to be happy, to really enjoy your life. Your life is free of conflict with yourself and with others.
That is such an impossibility for so many. If you're living paycheck to paycheck, that's a really hard thing to imagine.
I can see that that's a conflict in itself.
And most places in the United States and most people are living paycheck to paycheck. And but I was gonna go back to love. I think that I've been talking to my therapist friend recently, and he said love encompasses all emotions. And I feel like we will never truly understand love. So love has become a catch-all for different concepts. Like you can't just say or express love anymore. We have to look at those actions. And love is a verb. So if you're talking about loving a person, then love is about the relationship you two have. And you can love two people differently. So I think that that paragraph about, what you see is love coming out the trees and love coming out the sky and, all that. I'm like, well, you should. But I can also understand if you don't.
I think the whole concept, how I see it, is this whole concept of imagining is more so the use of visualization to attract what you want. It's going to put you in the mindset to act the way that would be conducive to attract the things that you are interested in. Maybe it's using certain vocabulary.
Law of attraction.
Yeah,
optimism.
Law of attraction, certain vocabulary, speaking certain things. Hey, Born to Fly Fitness in the house.
Yeah.
And maybe it's things like that, doing a shout out in the middle and they just happen to slide on in. It could be things like that. But actually visualize it and put yourself in the mindset to be that person. A lot of times we see the physical things that the person that we want to be might have, but a lot of times we learn the depths through the journey. It's like it's not that as an accomplishment or as an achievement. It's kind of like how Brett was saying that it don't matter if it's positive or negative as long as it's helpful. It's one of those it's helpful things. There we go on Instagram again. Oh, there we go. All right. And I think he's gonna tap on it. Law of attraction type shit. Imagine living your new life without fear. Yeah, that's the hard part. Yeah. Okay. Is that what I was? Yeah. Yeah. Imagine living your life without fear of expressing your dreams. You know what you want, what you don't want, and when you want it. You're free to change your life the way you really want to. You're not afraid to ask for what you need or to say yes or no to anything or anyone. Imagine living your life without the fear of being judged by others. You no longer rule your behavior according to what others may think about you. You're no longer responsible for anyone's opinions. You have no need to control anyone, and no one controls you either.
But see, and the next paragraph is about judging others too, and it goes into more about people communication. So maybe I'm getting ahead of things, but humans are societal creatures. In order to live in a society, there has to be societal rules and expectations. And I think with rules and expectations comes some judgment for when those rules are broken. And I just feel like, although it would be great to imagine living life without judgment, there is something to be said for civility. And there is something to say about preferences of comfort. Not everybody wants to be a nudist or be in the room with a nudist.
Or someone who doesn't believe in showers and bathing.
Or deodorant or hygiene.
There's these things. I'm just saying.
So you can be true to yourself, but I feel like you can't love other people without being aware of your influence on them. So yeah, it's fine to break free of judgment, but I'm a Pale man, you know, like this is what I live for. That understanding of how to love better, how to make people more comfortable without losing yourself in that reality that you create for them.
But isn't everybody's path to empathy different? So like that's what works for you, but for other people, they might be comfortable hanging themselves out there a little more, you know, not following all the societal standards because that's what they're comfortable with. And I think part of our tolerance and building our tolerance towards others in a society is not passing that judgment. But that's like a personal journey for all of us. I mean, I think if you're using this book as a tool to undo the spells that have been put on you from the time you're a kid, and you now have the tools to validate yourself because you're controlling the aspects of yourself through which other people are judging you, then I think like using these tools in that way, I think I think both things can exist at the same time, Tony, is what I'm saying.
I agree, but I was just commenting on societal rules. Like I used the naked one, but I mean, look at sex. Now, I'm one of those people that are trying to change the way society views sex. Everybody should be able to have as much sex for pleasure as they want, as long as it's between two consenting adults and they're being safe. But society is not there yet. So the societal rule is that because society isn't there yet, it is unloving to project that on somebody without evidence that it would be wanted.
No, but you're also like ready to have a conversation with anybody about it if you had to stand up for it or...
Oh yeah, but even communication makes people uncomfortable.
I know, but you're not out to make people uncomfortable. You're out to be a resource of knowledge for people that are curious or interested. And just putting yourself out there, you're comfortable with that. But there comes responsibilities with those things too, you know? So,
absolutely.
So I think knowing how you affect other people and stuff, like what you're saying, I agree with that. I think like as long as you know how to operate though within those spaces, like...
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. I'm with you on that. And yeah, empathy is different for everybody. All right, Jay, we was on Imagine Your Life Without Judging Others.
Nah, I'm with it because I'm here for a little bit of judgment. A little bit of judgment is good. That's critique right there. That's gonna help me to get better. Oh, I don't like. A lot of people don't like this. All right, let me look at it a different way, and I can learn something, even if I still don't agree with them. By looking at it a different way, I can at least find a way to connect with them and further get my point across. Because now I know how you're seeing it.
I like that.
At the bare bones. So I'm here for a little bit of it. Like, yeah, thank you. And then especially a little bit of shame too. Shame me if I am not meditating. if I'm BSing, I'm like, yeah. Hey, you bullshit, yo. What is going on, yo? I don't really know who this guy is. Like, who are you right now?
Derek, if you don't meditate tomorrow, you need to send me $50.
I'm meditating today for tomorrow. I'm already in it. Oh man. So yeah. So this is, to me, this part of the book is a little bit like, okay, all right.
I mean, he prefaces everything with imagine because he's not saying think about it this way. He's saying if
Yeah.
you're still having trouble imagining how all this stuff goes into place, it could look like this.
Imagine living your life without judging others. You can easily forgive others and let go of any judgments that you have. You don't have to need to be right, and you don't need to make anyone else wrong. You respect yourself and everyone else, and